Where do you go when you want to get away from it all? One of the reasons why so many theme park fans love visiting the Walt Disney World Resort is the fact that it really truly does feel like a resort. It doesn't feel like a theme park or a collection of theme parks. It feels like some place where you can really escape from the world, get away from it all, and just kind of retreat into a vacation experience. But I don't think Walt Disney World is the only theme park resort out there that offers that same type of experience. I'd like to talk about a few of them. First of all, let me just say Disney is great. I'm not bashing Disney in any way. I just want to open people's eyes to some of the other alternatives that exist around the world. And I think we got to start right there in Orlando, just up the road, with the Universal Orlando Resort, which I actually love because unlike at Disney, you don't ever have to get in your car or spend a lot of time waiting for buses in order to feel that same type of get away from it all experience that you can get at Disney. So much of that resort is walkable. I love just walking into the theme parks on that great garden path that they've got there, that garden walk. They've got the water taxi that serves really 5 of the hotels there. If you're at the Aventura, sure, you have to walk through the Sapphire Falls to get to the water taxi, but those hotels are adjacent to one another. It's easy enough to do. So just really a great immersive experience that you get there. You've got 2 theme parks. You've got the water park, Volcano Bay. Cabana Bay is the hotel right next to it. And they're just absolutely wonderful, I think. Now, granted, it's not 4 parks. It's not, City Walk isn't as big as Disney Springs. Blue Man Group is closed, so you don't have the equivalent of the Cirque show that's now reopened at Walt Disney World. So you can't spend as long at Universal Orlando as you could at the Walt Disney World Resort. But let's face it, for most Americans, where vacation time is a premium, you can certainly have a really nice week-long vacation, or if you want to go 3 or 4 days, totally immersive, get away from it all at the Universal Orlando Resort. So that is really one of my favorites. And I love just kind of the urban design there. Not urban in the sense of feeling gritty like a city, but the fact that things are planned as an environment that people can live in, and the sense that everything really there is walkable. If you're staying over at the super cheap Endless Summer, you're going to have to take a short bus ride. But honestly, if you go look at it on the map, Endless Summer is as close to the Universal theme parks as, say, the Polynesian is to the Magic Kingdom. I wouldn't walk either of those, frankly. But still, everything is so super close by, and I think that's wonderful. Another very kind of close, dense resort is Disney's resort on the West Coast, the original, the Disneyland Resort. This one doesn't feel as much like a bubble to me, just because I think Disneyland and Disney California Adventure really feel less like 2 separate gates as one ginormous theme park that's just kind of been cut in half. Even with the restrictions on park hopping, which limit you to 1 park in the morning, I think a lot of people just kind of bounce back and forth between the 2 parks and treat them as one. Also, the way the hotel layout is there, the fact that there isn't anything like Universal Orlando's water taxi lagoon. You really don't have that sense of a forest or getting away from it all. There really isn't much of a division with surrounding Anaheim. Again, you can have a wonderful vacation there, don't get me wrong. I've had some great getaways there, but that's more like a long weekend type of getaway than a week-long getaway. You can certainly package it with a lot of things in the area. Great place for a vacation, but you're not getting that type of exclusive resort feeling that you would get at Walt Disney World or Universal Orlando. But let us remember that the United States is not the only country in the world, that there are other theme parks and other theme park resorts in other nations around the world, and some of them are wonderful for the experience that you can get there. I know that a lot of Disney fans are going to look first at Disneyland Paris or Tokyo Disney. Let's start with Disneyland Paris, because if you're an American, you could actually go visit there these days, since Japan pretty much is closed to tourists at the moment, but we'll still talk about them. Disneyland Paris is, again, you've got 2 parks that are really close to each other there, but you've got a lot more resort hotel options on site there that are available to you. And again, it's all very walkable. So you've got a great experience there. And just the fact that the train station is right there. If you do want to get away from the resort, the bubble of Disney in Paris, and actually get into Paris itself, the train is right there. It is a super quick ride on the high speed, the TGV train to De Gaulle Airport. We're talking 10, 15 minutes. Super quick to get there. And there's another theme park resort I'm going to talk about in a few minutes that has super easy airport access as well. But again, just an absolutely wonderful experience there for people. And again, if you're looking at, as things are a little crazy right now, international travel, sometimes that creates obstacles, sometimes that creates opportunities. As things begin to open back up and people really want to start putting seats on airplanes and filling up hotel rooms, check for deals and see what the price would be to go spend a few days over at Disneyland Paris, as opposed to maybe the Walt Disney World Resort. I know a lot of people in the UK, they prefer Disneyland Paris because it's so much closer and you've got a lot of options there. Now granted, weather is a big attraction. I know last week in the forecast this week, Orlando has not been great, but in general, much better weather there than you get in Paris, except during the summer. But again, that's another great option. Tokyo, I love the Tokyo Disney Resort. Absolute. I hate to say that anything is a must-do because, hey, it's your life, it's your money, do what you want to do. But if I had to recommend one Disney resort anywhere on earth for someone to go visit for a wonderful, magical, immersive Disney vacation, I would say get to Tokyo. Tokyo Disneyland it's kind of the best of Disneyland and the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World meshed together. The favorite example I like to use for that is if you ever wanted to see what Disneyland's Haunted Mansion Holiday Overlay would look like on Disney World's Haunted Mansion, go to Tokyo. That's exactly what they've got during the last few months of the year. The Pirates of the Caribbean there, I mean, it's wonderful. Just the castle, it's wonderful. The service is amazing at anywhere in Japan, but Tokyo Disney certainly takes it to another level. And I haven't even begun to mention the highlight, which is, let's face it, Tokyo Disney Sea, perhaps the most beautiful theme park in the world, a multi-time winner of our Best Theme Park Award at the Theme Park Insider Awards. Definitely a place that anyone would want to go visit if you're a Disney fan. Absolutely wonderful, and everyone says they've got the best version of Soarin' too because they've made it part of Society of Explorers and Adventurers, which is headquartered at Tokyo Disney Sea. So if you love that special Disney Parks Only IP, the SEA, and we've been into it at Theme Park Insider for years, Tokyo Disney Sea, the Citadel there, the Magellan's Restaurant, that is the birthplace of Society of Explorers and Adventurers. Look at the acronym. So yeah, absolutely wonderful there. But I'm going to go outside of the Disney World here, if you will, and suggest another great multi-gate theme park resort that I absolutely love in a little bit of a different location, and that's Yaz Island in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. I said I was going to talk about a resort that had super easy airport access. They're building a new airport there. I don't know if they've opened the new Abu Dhabi airport or not. I've heard it's just a mess of a story, but that's right next to the current one. And they're both across the street, kind of, from across a highway, from the Yaz Island Resort, which if you follow Formula One, you'll be familiar with because that is the home of the Yaz Marina Circuit, which is the final race of the year, most years, in Formula One. And so, of course, right next to that, you would have a Formula One themed theme park with Ferrari World Abu Dhabi, which was the first big theme park there. There's also a wonderful water park there, but it's home to what I think is the best indoor theme park in the world with Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi. It actually won our Best Park Award in the Theme Park Insider Awards a couple of years. And they're building a new SeaWorld. It's going to be the first indoor SeaWorld theme park, and but they'll have some great outdoor roller coasters that start inside the park. That's kind of the way they do it at Ferrari World as well, which is home of the world's fastest roller coaster, Formula Rossa. We've got the on-ride video on our channel on Theme Park Insider if you want to go take a look at that. But I absolutely love that. That is not walkable unless you visit maybe in November, December, January. If you go in summer, you will roast there. I went to visit in July once. Had a pair of sunglasses on, immediately walked outside, fogged up. I mean, heat and humidity like you wouldn't believe, but go there in winter. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty far spread out though, so you're probably looking at shuttles to get around from the various hotels, unless you stay at the new Warner Brothers Hotel that they just opened right next to Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi in the Yaz Island Resort. So that's just steps away from that, and that's steps away from Ferrari World and all the other attractions there, including the huge Yaz Mall that they have. So if you're into shopping as a destination, you can do that there as well. So just absolutely wonderful alternatives everywhere around the world for multi-gate resorts. And there are some wonderful theme parks that I think are multi-day experiences that really kind of get you away from things. I think at Efteling in the Netherlands, you can certainly have a wonderful extended vacation that gets you into that same type of bubble feeling if you're staying at one of their on-site properties there. They just reopened recently there, and they're celebrating their 70th anniversary this year at Efteling. So Europa Park, they've got that wonderful new Rulantica indoor water park, and they've got some wonderful experiences there as well. So lots and lots of alternatives. I'd love to hear what some of your favorites are. Please, hit me up in the comments. If you've got questions about things, please send those questions to me at themeparkinsider@gmail.com. I'd be happy to address those in a future video. And I'm not going to give you a specific ticket deal of the day, just send you to the buy tickets option on themeparkinsider.com. I know a lot of festivals are starting up this weekend. We've got Mardi Gras happening actually on both coasts this year, not just at Universal Orlando. SeaWorld is starting at Mardi Gras in San Diego this year. Hey, Florida, when are you going to do Lunar New Year? But Lunar New Year continues at Disney California Adventure and also Universal Studios of Hollywood. And we've got discount tickets to a lot of those parks, all the SeaWorld parks, Universal, both coasts, and to Disneyland. So just check out the buy tickets link on themeparkinsider.com for that. And I'm going to take the weekend off here, but we'll be back on Monday with more of what I hope will be a nice tradition of daily news and commentary video features here on Theme Park Insider's channel. So again, thanks for watching.